Virgo's reading. I've done my grocery shopping. I've had the car washed, I've pumped up the tyres. Things that are just like annoying errands that you just haven't got any energy to do or time to do the rest of the week. I've just slugged a load of like, you know, concentrated juices that have vitamins in. Like ginger shots, daily ginger shots of like pomegranate juice, like super concentrated. Right, spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Virgo's highest good. How is Virgo feeling in this final week of February 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in, please? So I'm using the Strange World Tarot deck and the Slavic Folklore deck. So this is Strange World to start with. So 3 cards for how you're feeling then, Virgo. Right, first of all, we've got the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands is a stable public relationship. Okay, so you may have, you may already be in a connection. You may be a homeowner. You may already be married. Okay, but because everything's upright, it is as it says, you know, everything is secure, everything's tickety-boo. You could be in a relationship at present, or that's something that you would like. Okay, so the Lover's upright, major for Gemini. So again, this is confirmation that I'm channeling somebody who's already in a union, a public union. Okay, it's not sneaky linking. It's a very exclusive public relationship that everybody is aware of. Okay, and it works, it's divinely guided. So it's lovely to get the Lovers upright. You could be very happily married. Lots of people are. Another one for Virgo, please. Hi Lee. Yeah, I've done Gemini. It's processing. You might be able to get in and watch it. Just be mindful that I did the advice on the second reading. So if you look at my lives, you'll see the last 2 lives. The first one has got the Gemini tarot on it, and then the beginning of the second one has got the advice because my phone battery ran out. So sorry, it's split in 2. I will post it as its own reading once it's finished processing tomorrow. But yeah, you're welcome to go onto my lives and have a look. One more for Virgo then, please. You're welcome. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Swords reversed. So I don't know what's going on within this relationship, but everything seems to be, you know, you're a divine union. It's very public. Everyone's aware of it. Everyone's happy about it. But there's a restlessness here, so I'm not sure what that's in regards to. Right, so your person has got the 5 of Swords reversed. So the 5 of Swords upright is communicating and getting angry with each other. Okay, so we're trying to avoid that with the 5 of Swords reversed. We're avoiding arguments, verbal arguments, mixed, you know, messages, miscommunications. We're trying to avoid it. So that's what your person's feeling. Let's get another couple of cards for your person. Right, we've got the Strength reverse major for Leo. So let's have a look at the card because these are really nice. The Strength is about being brave, and you can see there's a journey and it's winding, and there's things that we could be afraid of. Okay, but this is like I don't know if that's a ball or like an apple that looks like it's got a bite out of it. I think these are very strange cards, to be honest, so it's what you make of it. Yeah, it's about being brave, controlling your emotions, doing stuff anyway, even if it's scary, using your inner strength as well as your outer strength. Was that reversed or not? I cannot remember. It is the major for Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo. You could be married to a Leo. You could have Gemini placements. You could be... my dad's actually Gemini Sun, Virgo moon. So always check out your moon sign. We've got the King of Swords upright, okay? So this is a person that prefers to tell the truth. They're very silver-tongued, okay? Swords are about communication, information, knowledge, integrity. They're the thoughts that we have as well. Now, a King of Swords will be someone who's almost too logical, okay? They will ignore their feelings and they will always do what they think is the right thing to do. They will go logical. They will move in a very strategic, calculated way. Nothing's frivolity, nothing's spontaneity. It's well thought out, much, much in advance, okay? It's a card of strategy. And a king is someone who's responsible in work, at home. It's not a knight or a page, it's not a frivolous energy, it's someone very stable. So that's upright. Let's get 3 for the outcome then. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. In particular, Aquarius, you could be dealing with a Leo, okay, or they could have those placements. So for the outcome, we've got the Page of Wands reversed. So the Page of Wands is about being at the beginning of a new journey, and pages are wide-eyed, they don't know what's coming, but the wand represents excitement, you know, optimism, energy, adventure. With it being reversed, there's a nervousness about a new beginning, some sort of new venture that the two of you have got. Maybe you're preparing to move house, maybe you're preparing to elope or move countries, you know, expatriate, leave your home country or return home. There's some sort of new beginning that's, you know, one of you or both of you, you're not very excited about it. Let's get 2 more. I do think this is about happy relationship, but there's something you're about to embark on and it's making you nervous. You know, it's leaving you like without money, without funds. The 5 of Pentacles is a lack of abundance. So perhaps it's going to cost a lot of money to do this move or set up this business. Let's get 1 more. Right, we've got the Tower reversed and the King of Cups reversed. So the King of Cups, when he's upright, is someone that is very calm, very mild-mannered, an empath, very caring. Your cups are water, and water is emotions, it's feelings. With a King of Cups, is someone who's always thinking about everyone else. You know, they're the ultimate empath. They manage their emotions very, very well. A lot of fathers are like this. They're able to look really calm and give off lots of calming energy. They're very, very emotionally stable people. You know, and when we say, like, I've got a problem, can you help me, Dad? You know, dads and granddads, they're like this. They, even if they're thinking all kinds of stuff, the way they sort of emanate energy is very, very calm, very placid. You know, it's almost like flatlining. Um, they won't lose their temper easily, someone who's a King of Cups. With that being reversed, though, it's either someone who's over emotional and you see all this, like, this liquid that's being flung from the cup. They're either over emotional or they're void of emotions, so they're lacking emotions or feelings. So it's a cold personality, or someone who's feeling cold towards others. And then with the Tower, it's like we're trying to avoid the end of one cycle and the start of something brand new. And the Tower is a major arcana. It looks very scary and very imposing. And what happens with the Tower moment is it's like a demolition of any structures, relationships, jobs, living situations, whatever's currently in place will be pulled down by a Tower moment. This is demolished, okay, and out with the old, and then we rebuild the tower, and it's diamond encrusted, and it's made of ivory, and it's perfection, you know, like, it's to be replaced by something much stronger, much better, much more wholesome, much more long lasting. Okay, this, when the Tower moment happens, it's because something is in place that's weak, with a poor foundation. You know, it's crumbling, it's ready to go. So it's interesting that someone's trying to avoid a Tower moment here. It's to do with having poor finances and the start of some kind of new venture or new adventure for a married couple or a couple that are living together. Because we have the Lovers, we have the Four of Wands. It's a very stable public marriage or long-term relationship. There could be children involved. So we've got two kings here. So you could be clashing with each other a little bit and trying not to. Because two people in their masculine energy doesn't make for a good balance. You're both trying to be the leader. You're both trying to be assertive and take the initiative, and you're going to clash. One needs to be in the feminine energy and give way to the other, you know, and it doesn't mean you're always going to be in your feminine or always in your masculine energy, but most of the time we need this complementary energy where one person is in the feminine and they're a bit more passive, bit more submissive, willing to listen to whatever the other has to say, and the other is the one taking the initiative, taking the lead, being a little bit more bossy, taking the reins a little bit more. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It needs to happen that way, to have yin and yang, to have, you know, light and dark. We need this balance. So with both people being in their masculine, you know, you've got this restlessness. They've got, you know, this sense of like, well, I need to remain logical about this and in control. It's causing, you know, maybe I would say then this is over emotional. Someone's really nervous about whatever this is. Why have we got the Strength card? Why is there a need to be strong or brave in Virgo's person? Okay, they've got the Fox, but it's reversed. Now the Fox upright is cunning, caution, and self-care. This person feels like you could be a bit foolish, that you're rushing ahead with some sort of project and they feel the need to put the brakes on it. They could be a Leo, they could be an Aries with the Tower, they could be an an Aquarius or a Gemini or a Libra will have those placements, but they feel like they need to exercise more caution with this King of Swords and go very, very logical. They're worried that you're being over emotional and it's going to cause a tower. They're trying to avert disaster. They're trying to avoid something from happening that they think could be a mistake. And it could be a business idea you've got. My mum's always wanting to have a B&B. My dad's always putting his foot down and saying, no, we're not doing it. There's certain projects or ideas that come to mind, certain moves like I want to move house again, or I want to have another baby, or I want to start a business of some sort. I want to elope, I want to live abroad. Someone has got an idea and the other person's putting the brakes on because they feel that they need to be, you know, the the wise person, the logical person. Let's get some advice. I don't think that the issue is fidelity. I don't think the issue is, a lack of love. You have a very healthy relationship with the lovers upright and the four of wands. It's not personal, okay? So people's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I'll remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. So this person in their childhood could have had a sense of lack, and so they carry that with them, even though you're two intelligent people and you're capable of pulling off whatever this idea is. They've got reservations, and this has come up before, Virgo. They feel that they need to put the brakes on stuff, they need to pump the brakes, they need to make you see sense or talk you out of stuff. And it can happen like that they're exercising more caution, but it's going to take a conversation and a very kind of, if you approach it in a business-like way, you need to be persuasive towards them that this is, have some facts behind you, or mention other people that have done it and made a lot of money, say that you need the stimulation, you need, this project, you need this outlet for creativity, you need to make some extra cash, you want something going on, because otherwise, if they just keep halting everything, it's gonna like really put you in a bad mood, and you could admit it and just call them out and be like, who knows whether it'll work, but I want to try. It's worth it to me to have the stimulation, to have the mental and emotional stimulation, to have the physical drive, the necessity, the innovation. I need to exercise my brain. My brain is a muscle and I don't feel like I'm doing enough. And you must feel bored sometimes, and you must feel like, a lack of pride sometimes that we're not doing a bit more. I want to do a bit more, let me have a go at this. And just see if you can get this person on board, because they may be predisposed to something in their childhood where, um, it's not really about they don't think you can do it. It's just like their fears. Um, Fear is like one of the worst enemies, I think, in the human mind. We become afraid, so afraid that we don't try, and that's one of the saddest things. Let it flow, let it grow. I have support. So you may be able to rally support from some people around you, if you've got friends the same age, or, someone particularly dynamic that's got experience doing something like this, call them in, invite them round, get this person inspired. If you think there's a particular person that, that your partner might be more susceptible to, they might listen to them a bit more, because they're a man, because they're a woman, because they're younger, because they've done it. Try and rally the troops, and be like, I actually need this. I need this stimulation for myself. and I'm very aware that it might not work, but I want to try. It'll be one of my regrets, and it'll be the biggest one. You've got to like make out like you're going to be miserable if you don't get to do this, and they can like give you a budget, and they can give you, certain boundaries can be put in place, like we're not going to spend above X amount on it, or you know we'll crunch the numbers beforehand, or we'll do something close to what we've done before, so we don't go too far away from it. But or we'll do something temporary. It hasn't got to be a permanent project, like let's just try having guests, like for the golf open, or let's just try having guests, for a summer. We don't have to commit to it forever, but I want to try it. I want to have a go. Whatever this idea is that you've got, it doesn't have to be like a joint venture. It could be that you start a website, or a TikTok, or a YouTube, or you start something that's yours, and it doesn't really affect like what you've got already. I don't know. Depends what your project is, okay? But there's a very healthy partnership here, partnership or marriage. But one of you's more like logical about stuff, and the other one's like really emotionally invested in this idea. So you've got support around you. Try to push this person in the right way. Persuade them that it'll like benefit you. In terms of your like happiness as a couple going into the future. You want to like say that you've done these things, you've achieved these things, like that they've had your full that you've had their full support, and you really appreciate that, and what a hero they are for giving you the opportunity to try something you've always wanted to do. You've got to like tell this person, you're going to be my hero if you like support me to embark on this project or whatever. I hope this makes sense. I do think this is like an already established couple though. You both want to manage, so you're both in that masculine energy, and one of you gets really emotional and the other one gets really under emotional, and you piss each other off because you're coming from these different approaches to try to get something done. So you might have to think, well, how would my person be thinking, and what would persuade them? If I were more like them, what would be the magic words I want to hear? This is going to make you money, or we're going to raise our status by doing this, or we're going to, have more self-esteem, we're going to have more autonomy over our future. Like, I don't know. What would appeal to a King of Swords? They like working with facts, they like working with numbers, they like working with, logic, not emotion. So you're going to have to think, if I were more King of Swordsy, what, you've known this person for decades potentially, so like, what they like. If saying the words that this won't affect your dinners, or this won't affect, like your routine at all, or you haven't got to do any of the hands-on stuff, you can just be the person that takes care of the books. Say what you think they want to hear and mean it, like, if you're the one that loves to take care of people and look after people, then say that, and say like, I would love to have you involved, but you haven't got to do any of the like caretaking. You've got to sell it to this person, otherwise you're flogging a dead horse, aren't you? So you need to think like them, and think how well you actually do know them, and what if it's not easy to think about what they do want to hear, think about what they don't want to hear. What are their reservations? You know this person better than you know yourself. What would be their reservations? What's stopping them from saying yes? And then you work on that. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. And I'm going to move on to Libra. It's not that they don't think you can do it. They know you can do it. Okay? This person very like content with you. They think a lot of you. It's not that they don't think you can do it, but they will have some sort of personal reservations. Okay? It may be a